Let's talk about events now. So events are a subset of delegates that enable a class or object to notify other classes or objects when something of interest occurs. This is part of the observer design pattern where you have a publisher and then you have 0 or more subscribers to that publisher. So whenever the publisher sends a message or indicates that something is done, the classes that are subscribed to that publisher will get notified. Any other classes will not automatically get notified. So let's go ahead and see an example. Let's go ahead and create a simple class, public, this should be under here, public class dog. And I'm just going to create a couple of things, private string name, public string name, and then this will have a get dot name and a set. This dot name is equal to value, and this will have a constructor as well. So this is a very simple class which just has a name parameter or name field / variable, and then this is going to set the uppercase name. And now let's go ahead and let me go ahead and create an instance of that as well. So I'll just go ahead and do dog novo is equal to new dog novo. All right, so let's go ahead and say, okay, we are going to have a dog walking service. And so for that service, we need to keep track of when we walk dogs and everything else. So we'll go ahead and do public class dog walking service. All right, and inside of here, we need to have a method which is going to walk the dog, void walk dog, and this takes in a dog, some dog that we're going to be walking, and I'll just say we are walking dog.name. So we're just walking that dog, whichever dog we pass in, we're going to be walking. Now we need to also create an event. So every time that we walk the dog, we want to trigger an event saying that, hey, we're walking that dog. Walking dog. So we are walking this dog, and we are creating this event here known as walk dog event handler. Now, it can't be resolved yet, but we just need to set it to this. So we need to have this, and then this takes in an object source, source, and event args. So we aren't actually going to be using the event arguments, but you could have it pass in some arguments and then handle it for that. So this, we're going to walk the dog. When we're done walking the dog, we want to protected virtual void on finished walking. So we want to actually say we're walking the dog, go ahead and sleep for, I don't know, thread.sleep. And this takes in timeout in milliseconds. So we'll just sleep for 1,000 milliseconds. And this, we are going to, once we're finished with that, then we want to just call on finished walking. And so this is just going to say if walking dog is not equal to null. And so this means that, hey, somebody is subscribed to this. So we are publishing this. This dog walking service is a publisher, and somebody is subscribed to this walking dog event. And so if so, walking dog, this null. So again, this walking dog this is the delegate up there. We are just creating an event for that. And we're just passing in whatever object this is, whatever the source is. And then we aren't passing in any arguments. So this is a basic idea of the events. So we have a delegate up there. We have an event for that delegate. Well, that delegate is creating it. And then we have this event here. This is our walking dog, or this is our walk dog. And all we're doing is we're walking a dog. We're sleeping for 1,000 milliseconds. And then we trigger the on finished walking. And that is just checking, hey, is there somebody subscribed to this event? If so, let them know that, hey, we're done. And so now let's go ahead and create 2 more public classes. So let's go ahead and say public class app service. So let's say that you have another application and you want that application to get notified when a dog is finished walking for time tracking, for instance. Public void on finished walking. Object source event args, and console.write line, and I'll just put this here, app service finished walking your dog, or finished walking the dog. So this on finished walking, notice it's the same name as that on finished walking, but this takes in 2 parameters. And then let's also say that we have another class, mail service. Let's just say that when the dog is finished walking, it generates and sends out an email to the owner. Now, I'm not actually populating this with all of that information. This is just to demonstrate the events here. On finished walking. And this also takes in an object source, event args, args. Really, I could name it whatever. It doesn't really matter. And this will just do the same thing. Console.write line and mail service finished walking your dog. You can imagine that if it gets into here, the mail service will generate an email here instead of writing out to the console. So now we just need to go ahead and populate this. So I already created a instance of Novo. And so now I just need to create instances of the other classes. Dog walking is equal to new dog walking service. And I'm lazy, I'm just going to type var instead of typing dog walking service, dog walking. Var app service equal to new app service. And var mail service, oops, is equal to new mail service. All right, so now you can see that all of these have one usage. All those have one usage, and I already created an instance of dog down here, so I already have my dog. Now I can go ahead and do this. If I do dog dog walking dot walk dog, and I just say Novo because I'm passing in that one there, and I run this. Notice that I get out we are walking Novo and nothing else. Now I'm not getting anybody here who is subscribed to it. So because I don't have anybody subscribed to it, notably app service and mail service are not subscribed to it, they're not getting notified of it. So now, since I have my delegate defined up in dog walking, and I have this event here, walking dog, I can go ahead and say dog walking dot walking dog event plus equal app service, app service dot on finish walking. So now when walking dog is triggered, when that event is triggered, because we are finished with walking Novo, then app service will get notified. So if I run this, we are walking Novo, and then notice that app service finished walking the dog. And in fact, I can go ahead and also add in walking dot walking dog plus equal mail service dot on finished walking. And so now those two will get notified automatically, and they will print out, hey, you're finished walking that dog, whichever dog it is. Now you can pass in extra information. You have the source here. You can do something with that source. But this is just demonstrating that you can create a event from a delegate, and that delegate is this walk dog event handler, walking dog, and then you can have things subscribed to it down here, which is very much similar to the multicasting. And in fact, it is basically multicasting the delegate. So this is just kind of a simple example of delegates and events and how you can combine the two.